Yo, what's up, Z Squad? Back here with another video, and ladies and gentlemen, we are here with our first reaction on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I said I was gonna put reactions on this channel, bro. I said it's not going to be just a WWE channel. I said I was gonna improve the channel. I've just been posting number WWE content lately, and that is about to change. Y'all finna get more reaction videos than fucking goddamn WWE videos, because the WWE videos take too long to edit, and it's fucking giving me a headache. But today, in this video, we're reacting to top 10 dumbest people on planet Earth. So before we get into the video, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, comment the best part of the video down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we are officially on the road to 150 subscribers. So no further ado, let's get straight into this video.
Hey guys, it's Chris. From a guy who tried to hitch a free ride on the wing of a plane to a woman stuck in a chimney. Here are 10 of the dumbest people ever.
Alright, let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. Let me turn the volume down real quick. Turn the volume down.
Number 10, airport mishaps. If there is one place in the world where stupid things happen, it's the airport. The dumbest people ever seem to really shine when trying to make it through airport security. A prime example of this was back in 2019, when some guy tried to put himself through the X-ray scanning machine. So far as the story goes, the man tried to walk straight through the airport security but was stopped. The authorities told him to go around and go through the metal detector, but the guy obviously misunderstood what they were talking about. He walked all the way back around and then climbed into the luggage X-ray machine. Doesn't get much dumber than this. The video of the event was actually posted on Instagram, and it's been viewed hundreds of thousands of times. It's hard to know for sure if this guy had never been to an airport before, if he'd never watched television in his life, if he was drunk, or if he was just one of the dumbest people ever.
They trying to tell you to walk your ass through the fucking metal detector, and you're still gonna climb back up on the thing. That's not a metal detector, dude.
So many great airport stories. Just recently, CNN Travel reported that a video emerged where a woman dressed for vacation in a white top and pink pants somehow wandered out onto the wing at the Borispil International Airport in Kiev to do a little sunbathing, where she was eventually wrangled back onto the plane, then subsequently banned from ever flying with that airline again. No kidding. Number 9, hitching a ride. Let's get one more airplane incident out in the open before moving on to some of the even more ridiculous things done by the dumbest people ever. This incident was back in 2019, and it happened when a flight was delayed because a man climbed onto the wing of an airplane with the intention of hitching a free ride. You'd have to be incredibly stupid to think you could hold onto the wing while the plane was in flight, never mind survive the freezing temperatures and intense pressure of being several thousand feet in the air. Definitely be blown off before the plane would even get into the air. And if you had the world's strongest grip and managed to stay on the wing, your eardrums would probably explode and you'd probably freeze to death. According to Business Insider, the event went down in Lagos, Nigeria. The man allegedly tried to store his hand luggage inside one of the engines of the plane before climbing up to take his seat on the wing. It's amazing that this guy is so stupid, considering he did manage to sneak all the way into the tarmac and then climb onto the plane without anyone really noticing him. It wasn't until the passengers looked out their windows that the guy was even spotted, just sitting on the wing as if a stewardess would come out and serve him a meal. Of course, the situation was eventually taken care of and the man was arrested. And this isn't even the first time that a security issue has come up at the Lagos airport. There have been thefts from the cargo holds while airplanes were flying, suggesting thieves somehow managed to get inside the cargo hold and rob people's luggage. Have you ever seen someone do something ridiculous at the airport? Maybe they had a meltdown while their plane was delayed, or did they lose their temper about a missing bag? Let me know what happened in the comments below. Then be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos about hilarious and memorable stories. Number 8, head in the microwave. Not everyone on YouTube is as smart as they look. You might even remember this story. Back in 2017, a YouTuber cemented his head inside of a microwave as a prank and just about died. If it hadn't been for the fire officials who came to save him, he probably would have lost his life. This went down in the UK when a 22-year-old put a plastic bag over his head, held a tube in his mouth so he could still breathe, then stuck his head into a microwave that was filled with a special plaster. His friend then used a hairdryer to harden the plaster mixture, and after 10 minutes, the cement was solid. But when the guy stood up, his airway became blocked. You can even hear him in the video complaining that he's about to die. The YouTuber's friends tried to get the contraption off his head, but they couldn't. They did manage to break a piece off so he could breathe better, and they were at least smart enough to phone the emergency services. It took 5 men from the fire department a full hour to break the microwave off this guy's head. It was actually a very close call, as the kid was dangerously close to suffocating or being irreversibly injured. But perhaps the funniest part of the whole story is when the West Midlands Fire Service posted the photos on Twitter and detailed how upset they were about what happened. Because honestly, how could you not look at the photos of this and then not just break out laughing?
Exactly.
Number 7, mauled by a
the
croc.
dumbest motherfucker on
In
earth to put your
2020,
head in the
we
microwave.
had to listen to a lot of talk about dumb people who breached the coronavirus lockdown rules. But there is one story that really tops them all, and it comes from Rwanda. When a man violated lockdown orders in the middle of the coronavirus outbreak to go fishing, something really awful happened to him. I don't want to say it's instant karma, it's really not my place, but had he stayed at home, he probably would still be alive. As reported by the New York
so
Post,
this man
the unidentified
dead.
man was attacked by a crocodile in the Nyabarongo River when he was fishing. Basically, while everyone else was at home suffering together, this guy thought it would be a nice idea to go catch a few fish. But rather than catch a few fish, the alligator caught him and ate him. I guess
Damn.
this guy isn't really the dumbest person ever, but his selfish actions and the ridiculous way in which he
We
died
got another
definitely
motherfucking
earned him a
ass, so
place
I
on
don't
this
gotta
list.
skip.
Number 6, drunk drive live stream. Everything about this next story is dumb. It's also incredibly tragic. As reported by CNN, in 2017, a young girl, only 18 years old, live streamed a video of her driving her car while drunk. Drunk driving is obviously frowned upon pretty much everywhere in the world, since it is extremely dangerous, not only to yourself, but to everyone else on the road too. And if you want a quick pass to jail, just go ahead and live stream yourself committing a crime. But that's only the first dumb part of this story. It gets so much worse. The woman live streaming her drunk driving caused a crash in the middle of the live stream for everyone on Instagram to witness, and her younger sister died as a result of the crash.
me see.
Her younger sister was only 14 years old when this happened. When the car crashed, the young girl was thrown from the car and died. This is the horribly tragic part of the tale. The woman who was driving was then convicted of vehicular manslaughter, and there's no better proof of a crime than when it was live streamed to the world and she was sentenced to
Exactly.
prison. But the woman only actually served a little under 2 years before being released in 2019. The story just keeps getting dumber though.
I
as this
wouldn't
woman was
even
arrested.
release her ass, bro. I would have kept her ass in jail for 20 fucking years, dude. She wouldn't be in there for fucking goddamn 2 years, bro. She probably be there for the rest of her life, bro. Let it be somebody like, even though I got a fucking comb in my hair, I don't know why. Let it be somebody like this. We get fucking way more time than that, bro. We'll get way more fucking time than that.
Did very shortly after being released for weapons charges. She's once again being held in jail with several felony gun charges. They say that criminals are the
Give her some more
stupidest of them
time.
all, and quite frankly, I gotta agree in this case. Number 5, rattlesnake
Pretty
selfies.
decent.
When giving out the award for the dumbest
Rattlesnake.
person ever, one of the main contenders is a guy from Arizona. Anyone who lives in Arizona should probably be aware that rattlesnakes are not very friendly. In fact, let me turn this into a bit of a public service announcement. If you see a rattlesnake in your yard, do not try to pet it. This particular individual from Arizona found a rattlesnake in his yard and decided it would be a good idea to try and pose with it for some
Man, you're stupid. Why are you so stupid? Why are you
photographs. This guy's name is Victor Pratt, 48 years old. And when he tried to take a photo,
You 48! The fuck? You're 48 fucking years old, and you're telling me that you is dumb enough to go pick up a fucking snake?
photograph with the
Let's keep it
rattlesnake,
rolling, bro.
it
I've
bit
been
him in the
pausing too much.
face.
Shut the fuck up, phone.
This is something that can be kind of expected when you pick up a rattlesnake. According to Daily News, Victor claimed that he grew up playing with rattlesnakes, but it didn't stop him from getting attacked by one. Victor himself said that he was just showing off at a barbecue party, and it obviously backfired. The rattlesnake actually bit him once in the chest and a second time in the face. He had to be driven immediately to the hospital, where he was given 28 vials of antivenom. That's a
Damn.
whole lot of antivenom.
Exactly.
Doctors actually had to insert a tube in his airways while he was sedated so he could still breathe. He lost a total of 5 days of memory because he was in such horrible condition that he had to be kept under. Even a week after the incident, Victor's face was severely swollen. But at least he learned his lesson. From his very own
Exactly.
mouth, Victor declared that he ain't gonna play with snakes no more. Number 4.
I shouldn't have been messing with the fucking snakes. I ain't gonna play no
Fireworks
more.
are about as American as it gets.
Yeah,
The
fair
4th
play.
of July is America's favorite
Man
time
down
of the
for
year,
fireworks.
and a time when fireworks shenanigans sometimes get out of hand. In Maine, back in 2015, a young man was drinking and celebrating the holidays when he tried to launch a firework off the top of his head. Remember, we're talking about the dumbest people ever here, so as you can imagine, the firework demonstration didn't go very well. This happened in the backyard of a friend's house. The young man placed a firework mortar tube on the top of his cranium and then set it off. From here, the story gets a little short. The firework exploded and the man was killed instantly. He basically put a bomb on top of his head and then ignited the fuse. According to NBC News, this was the first fireworks fatality in Maine since the state legalized fireworks back in 2012. At the same time of this fatal accident, state fire marshals were investigating a few other fireworks incidents and apparently had to show up to several accidents involving burns and eye injuries. Some people are calling for a banning of fireworks. But to be quite honest, it's not the fireworks that are the problem here.
Exactly.
The problem is people lighting bombs off their head or in their own faces.
Like
Number
dumbasses.
3, naked woman stuck in a chimney. So this is probably the story you've all been waiting for. It's not every day you get to hear about a naked crazy woman who got stuck in a chimney. So far as dumb people go, she's right up there at the top of the list. As reported by the New York Post, a crazed California woman got completely naked and tried to slide down the chimney into the home of her baby's father. Rather than getting into his house, she got stuck in the chimney. She actually wound up stuck for a full 2 hours before the firefighters managed to get her out. I don't know what made this woman think she could pull off being Santa Claus. It obviously wasn't going to work. Perhaps the funniest part of the story is that the man whose house she was trying to break into got a rather rude awakening when the mother of his children began screaming for help. According to the man himself, he heard her screaming, "I'm stuck in the chimney," and was obviously quite shocked to find that she was indeed stuck inside the chimney. The man went to his roof to try and free her, but she was stuck fast. Eventually, he called 911, and the fire department showed up and broke the woman out of the chimney.
I wouldn't even call. Shit, baby mama, your ass crazy, and you dumb enough to get your ass in the chimney. You must be smart enough to get your ass out. I wouldn't even call the full game. I wouldn't call 911.
And they actually had to break the bricks apart to pull her out. What's even more ridiculous is that the New York Post reported that this was actually the second instance in just a couple months when a woman from California got stuck in her ex-lover's chimney. I want to know exactly what's going on in California to make these women go so crazy. Number 2, train surfing. This one is almost too dumb to believe. If you've ever seen a train, like on the subway or a streetcar, you would know that they use electricity to run. This might come as a shock for some people, but high-speed electric trains run on, yeah, you guessed it, electricity. But that didn't stop a train surfer in Russia from jumping on the top of a high-speed train and immediately being burned alive. This is a train that runs at 155 miles per hour between St. Petersburg and Moscow. The guy who died was a daredevil and thought he would be able to ride along the carriage of the train. However, the train came to a stop after the passengers reported the smell of burning meat from inside. Ugh. As the train stopped, everyone got out and saw the daredevil burning on the roof in a huge pile of flame. This is a pretty disturbing story, let's be honest. You would have to be pretty dull in the head to jump on top of an electric train. The Russian boy reportedly got electrocuted by 4,000 volts. The incident was even caught on video, but you'd probably not be able to find it anymore as it's pretty gruesome. And you probably wouldn't want to find it either. Number 1, guy robs woman, then adds her on Facebook. Our final contestant for the dumbest person ever is a guy who robbed a woman at a ferry terminal. This happened in Washington State. The woman was reportedly minding her own business when a guy knocked her on the head from behind, grabbed her iPod and her purse, and took off running. At the time of the incident, police said that the woman did not recognize the man, but she did see a triangle tattoo on his neck. And here's where the dumb part of the story comes into play. We've already talked about how stupid criminals tend to be today, but this is the final stroke of stupidity. The woman who was robbed received a friend request on Facebook the day after the robbery. She didn't immediately recognize who the guy was, but after browsing through his photos, she discovered it was a man with a triangle neck tattoo. That's right, the guy robbed her and then added her on Facebook. I mean, he either felt sorry or he was curious? I don't know. Who's to say what was going through that guy's head? But in any case, the police were luckily able to trace the Facebook account and the man's tattoo, and he has since been charged with second-degree robbery. Congratulations, guy. You are the dumbest person on our list.
Alright, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you hit that like button, comment the best part of the video down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because we're officially on the road to 150 subscribers. subscribers. So no further ado, I'm out of here. Peace.
Got the mojo deals, we been tripping like 80. Pulling out the coupe at the lot.